Welcome to Good Morning Cannabis. I have my friend with me, Max Meade. Am I saying your last name right?
You are, yes,
Good,
sir.
that's great. And Max, as we normally start with Good Morning Cannabis, I always ask people, what's the strangest or craziest thing that ever happened to you? So you're on. What is it, Max?
Oh, love it. So I had to do a little thinking, but I thought back into one's pretty visual, which is crazy. It's happened no, probably 20 years ago now at this point, but I can still visualize it. So if anyone remembers in elementary school, if anyone had the gymnastics kind of course, we had the 20-foot climbing wall.
Ooh,
And I got to the top of that wall and I must have kind of blacked out at the top and I must not like heights, or that's how I found I don't like heights. And I fell from the top all the way down to the bottom of the cargo net.
oof.
They said my arm did not look like it should have. So I actually broke my entire left arm. But the crazy part of the whole story was they said my arm was, I think it was another inch or 2 inches left. I wouldn't have any use of my left arm right now. I'm a lefty. So one of those crazy things you really look back on, like that could have truly changed the entire trajectory of my life, just with another extra fall or a little bit extra movement of the arm. Really weird to think about, especially now being almost 30, thinking that could really change really the course of my entire life.
Wow. So Max, tell us a little bit about a little bit of your background and the company you work for, and then we'll go on to the more serious question.
Yeah, love it. So I'll go company first. So I'm with Brown and Brown. We are a national insurance brokerage firm, full service. We handle everything insurance wise for any sort of commercial company, liabilities, health insurance, bonding needs, you name it. We're there to really help. We are 75 or 80 offices or 200 offices across the country. I think 4,000 plus teammates now, expanding internationally. And how we operate every day is we really just help business owners understand the risks and exposures of what they do and how to help mitigate them, whether it's with traditional insurance, alternative risk transfer agreements, just helping them truly get a good sense of how to protect their day-to-day operations, employees, customers, and really helping them really sleep at night, knowing that if something happens, they are protected with insurance.
Awesome. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about what you see happening in the cannabis industry, especially as it relates to your field of expertise in insurance.
Yeah, I mean, it's really exciting, as we all, I think, know, there's so much potential still, right? We're still at a very infant stage of the industry, especially from ancillary services. From my point of view, I not only, the first thing I see, especially where we sit, Todd, is expansion. We're definitely see more and more states come online, roll out new programs as we see more and more East Coast states kind of keep moving forward. From our end, the insurance has gotten better. We're seeing more options come online, more capacity in terms of higher limits that can be offered. The next, in my mind, step that the insurance world is going to take, and it ties into banking, it ties into other services as well. But there's a federal bill right now called the Claims Act, clarifying laws around insuring marijuana. If that gets passed, that provides a safeguard to all insurance companies to begin offering insurance coverage to cannabis operators. So all the standard insurance carriers that can't do it right now because of the federal dynamic, this provides them protection to start offering insurance to cannabis, which will just offer more carriers, higher limits, more options, and all that together is going to help drive down the overall cost of the insurance as well.
Wow. So why do some insurance companies like yours offer insurance to cannabis and some don't? Is there a specific reason?
Yeah, I mean, it's really, so when I say don't offer, we're talking the insurance carriers. So the ones that are offering the quotes, offering the limits of coverage. For myself, my job is to help find the proper insurance company to place the business with, whether they're a cultivator, retail, manufacturing, testing lab. Different insurance carriers have different appetites. So our job is to help direct the business owner and help them understand, you're a testing lab, here's a great carrier for this, here are the coverages you need for that. When it comes to how we can help, we just understood that this was an industry that needs true insurance professionals to help them. When I got started, nobody was assisting this industry the right way. And I really wanted to help fix that and bring more of a professional mind to the cannabis role from the insurance side, and just help these business owners truly understand what insurance is, how it relates to what they do, and where it can come into play so they can actually visualize if X happens, well, here's insurance that can come into play to help protect you, your bottom line, again, your employees, your customers, kind of everyone that's in that ecosystem of what they do.
Awesome. So if this particular law passes, then there's more opportunity for you to place insurance with cannabis companies.
Yeah, and again, it's a great benefit to the cannabis operators because it's going to provide them more options. When you have more options, it means we can really get the competition driven and get that price as low as possible. It's more limited now, so that Claims Act would just add a lot more carriers to the pool to, again, kind of drive up the overall competition.
Right. So competition could be good.
It definitely will be, especially for these guys, because I know insurance isn't the most fun topic for cannabis. So once we can see, again, the options we have now are great, but once we have more options and more companies involved, it's just going to help continue to evolve the industry every day.
And yeah, I think that answers my question on that. So how did you get into the cannabis industry itself? I mean, and what kind of drew your desire to focus on that particular group?
Yeah, so what I went to Temple for risk management insurance. Some weirdo who has an education to actually do insurance. Most people just fall into this. And as I was going through my final semester and coming to Brown and Brown, I wanted to really figure out what industry I could sink my teeth into as early as possible. I graduated at the end of 2015. As that was happening, Colorado was going through their full adult use rollout. So we're seeing the news clips of Colorado legalized cannabis, and you have the 300 people outside of a 2,000 square foot dispensary going to buy legal cannabis. That was kind of part of my light bulb of this is interesting. It's not going away, doesn't seem like. And at the same time, I now have family using medical marijuana. So my grandmother, my aunt, my cousin, I'm seeing people I grew up with using cannabis medicinally and truly helping their every day. My grandmother, unfortunately, got diagnosed with cancer. She used it for nausea. And the same way, my cousin has Crohn's disease. And I'm seeing how this product that a lot of us grew up thinking was a gateway drug, was the worst thing ever, everything you could think of. And now I'm seeing it truly benefit lives and helping them get better. So both of those kind of combined gave me just the interest and the entry to want to really do what I can from my seat to help the industry. Because at the end of the day, when you're helping these companies, especially those that have a medical focus, you're helping people improve their lives. And we all hear stories every day, people impacted, they got off of X drug, or now they're able to heal from this injury because of cannabis. And that's amazing and something that a lot of us, again, didn't know until more recently. So to help kind of squash the stigma and just help these businesses do what they do, that helps drive me every day to want to just do this and help these business owners all across the country.
Awesome. So Max, if anyone wants to find you or kind of connect with you, what's the best way? Give some email addresses, some contact information. We'll put it also in the show notes, but how can they get a hold of you?
Yeah, honestly, yeah, the contact in the show notes, reach out anytime. I'm pretty active on LinkedIn as well and go that route. But yeah, feel free to email, call, whatever it is. As Todd, I think, knows, I'm very open to having any conversation with anyone just to help provide any knowledge I can, help guide groups through this process. I help them understand what insurance does what, timelining things out, just really giving them a good leg up from doing this for 6 years now. The groups who didn't have this ability, I know we're talking about wish they did, because it can just help them strategize better and not kind of be on an island. Where now you have individuals like myself and Todd to really provide you that knowledge and experience. So again, you can surround yourself with the right team to kind of always stay proactive and take the right steps to kind of get where you need to go.
Awesome. Well, Max, thank you for being my guest on Good Morning Cannabis, and we'll talk really soon. Have a great day.
Likewise, Todd, I appreciate it and keep doing what you're doing.
Got it.